point, I think we all know we got new faces, but that's why we're here to work with them every day, to help them get acclimated to our system, the speed of practice, what we want to get done. I think our guys are giving a really good effort, going in the right direction. A couple of injuries happen here and there we got to keep an eye on, but for the most part, I think we're winding down. We got to take advantage of one more week. Once again, have the best combination of drill work, individual work, and then teamwork together when we're in a team setting trying to make plays and staying off the ground. So I think right now it's going in the right direction.
How do you manage that? So such a long spring, you got a long time before obviously September gets here. How do you make sure guys don't get hurt or try to manage it?
That's the challenge. Today was supposed to be full pads, but we've had a couple things happen here in the last week. So we went to helmets today. Still got a lot of work in. We find a way to practice and not be on the ground as much. That happened today. I thought our guys did a good job. Those things happen, but at the same time, we got to get through the spring as healthy as we can. We've got to push through the summer and fall camp and get ready for game one. And you always need backups and players at all levels to go in throughout the course of the season. So we've got to get ready to go.
It's a balance every coach talks about, especially in the spring. It's just how can you be, how much do you back off? How does that work with you? You just kind of like second guess yourself every time somebody gets dinged up, but how does it work?
Well, it's a tough thing you have to manage, but I think we've done a good job in the past. We err on being taking care of our players, being as safe as we can. At the same time, injuries happen. At the same time, there's players that, for a lot of reasons, you can't afford to lose. A few things have happened the last 2 weeks that are unfortunate, but we'll get through it. So, sometimes you back up off, sometimes you increase the intensity. But right now, I think it's just been a good 4 weeks, and we'll be as smart as we can. And that means just adjusting really every day as we go through, looking at the roster and the injury list and see where we're at.
Who has gotten dinged up over the last couple of weeks?
Well, we've had a couple receivers go down, and that's been unfortunate. We had our left tackle go down as well the other day. He'll be out for an extended period. Then we had a defensive lineman earlier in the spring went out. So we'll get those guys back as soon as we can, but something's going to take a while.
Jeff, how important to have some type of spring game for you and to show the fans and to showcase, and kind of what will we see next week?
I think it'll be similar to our spring games we've had before. I think we want to be in team situations, team settings. Not all will be live tackle, but for the young guys we will. Put some pressure on our guys to perform in front of a crowd, on the field, players on the sideline, normal communications we have during the game, play clock, referees, having penalties, calling plays back. All those things have to happen as much as we can to proceed forward. And it's important to get in those situations where guys got to, even though it's not a win or loss on the one-loss record, it's an important piece to it. So we've got to put pressure on ourselves in the spring game to however many reps they get to perform well.
Jeff, where are you with your contract situation, and has it become a distraction at all?
No distraction. I mean, like I said, I don't really want to talk publicly about all that stuff, but it's not a distraction at all.
As far as Josh mentioned today, you guys have a great relationship. Has anything changed as far as that? I know you really don't talk a whole lot about it, but do you feel like you still have a good relationship with them?
No, we have a good relationship. I think, like everything, we're trying to find a way to have success at the highest level. We want to give our opinions. We want to express how we feel and proceed forward. But no, without question, we have a good relationship. And I think in order to win at the highest level, from the president, the athletic director, the board of trustees, head coach on down, you've got to be aligned and working together, all for the same common goal. And I feel like we're doing that.
I guess what have been maybe some of the, talks or just some of the things to why it's taken a little longer, maybe after, reports in the fall of saying that it's in the process?
Well, I would rather not talk about any of that stuff. So from my end, like I said before, I'm hopeful that things get done.
You had a couple offensive linemen in here the other day. They were raving about your transfer quarterback in Lincoln. Has he continued on a positive trend throughout the spring that you've seen?
You know what, I like our quarterback room. Lincoln has definitely showcased what we thought. He can run, he's athletic, he can scramble and make plays. Just continuing to learn the offense and being precise and trying to develop him into an NFL quarterback that plays with poise, that can deliver the throw in the pocket is what we're working on, and that's what he's got to continue to work on. So that's been an important piece, but he works really hard. Davin, who we took a transfer from North Alabama, he's done a good job. He's a big, strong quarterback, studies hard. I think he can give us something to help us when he gets in the game, whenever that is. And without question, Briggs Cherry is a really good freshman quarterback. He's someone who should still be in high school. He's very poised. He throws a good football. He's got a feel and a knack that is hard to teach. That he's coming in here with. We've seen it on video. We've seen it every time we work with him. He's got a confidence about him that carries over to the other team, and I think he has a very bright future.
In the practices we've been able to see, you've spent about the same amount of time, like last year, this year, both a lot of time with the defense. It doesn't seem like as much more. Do you like how the staff has kind of come together, though? I mean, you're kind of hands-on, but do you like how that defensive staff has come together?
I think so. I think in order to win at a high level, you got to play great defense and have great quarterback play. That's got to be something that we find a way to get done. I think we made improvements last year on defense. Certain times played extremely well. I think we went out and built a roster on that side of the ball that has depth, probably more so than on offense right now. It has a lot of guys that play football that I think can really help us win. We've got coaches that are working very well together, that understand the package we had last year. How can we improve upon it? What adjustments can we make? We're constantly talking and tweaking things and watching others, and how can we get better in certain degrees to get pressure on the quarterback, to get sacks, to create turnovers, to guard things tighter, to stop the run, all those things. And I think we got a good group. We got a nucleus of guys that some have been with me for a while, others have been with me in the past. They've been around and been a lot of places, so we have quite a bit of experience on that side of the ball and on the coaching side. So I really like what they've done to this point, and I think we should have a very good defense.
Jeff, you guys have also been very active recruiting-wise throughout spring, bringing a lot of guys in for unofficial visits. What's been the feedback or reaction from a general perspective from those guys that have visited?
Well, I feel like that's going in the right direction as well. I think our recruiting staff, Vince and Chase and Nate, and all those guys have worked very well together as far as doing their part, getting the best talent we can in here to get on board and understand what we're trying to accomplish and what we feel like we can get done. So I think we've got a really good team, and we're positioned very well right now. I think we're all on the same page. We communicate. We're not afraid to express our opinions, but that's an important piece. So whether it's the high school ranks or whether it's the transfer portal and adding veterans to your team, we've got to make sure we're continuing to do that as best we can and manage all the things that go into it as far as talent and financial and all those things that you got to tie together to piece it so that it works for your team. And I think we're in good position, and those guys have done a good job.
For Isaac, obviously injuries kind of derailed his sophomore season, but I mean, how is he kind of progressing this spring? What more do you need to see from him heading into his fall season?
Who would you ask me?
Isaac Brohm.
Oh, you know what? Isaac's done a great job. This has been the healthiest he's been. We're definitely managing his rep count. We don't need to see a lot. He's displayed the same quickness and agility and elusiveness in the hole. I think he understands our package better. I think he's, like every young individual, he's continuing to mature and handle things very well. He's working really good in the weight room and on the field. So, as you guys know, he's an important piece that if we build the offense around him, we want to keep him healthy. We want to have some other runners that can take the load off of him, which I think that's a good position right now overall. And while we want to be explosive and create plays and get quick touchdowns, we have good runners. So we have to just make sure our best playmakers touch the ball, and we make sure that